This is an exponent question, but as far as I've seen, many of them get it wrong in terms of understanding. Actually, try to memorize certain things, but let's try to look at why we are doing for each and every step, so you get an idea exactly how to solve this. So they are asking us to show that 1 by p, 1 by q. As you can see, p, q, r are the powers here, are the powers. So that means if I'm actually adding this, there should be some base, and if I multiply, then I can actually add the powers according to the power law. A to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. So if I multiply, main thing is you have to remember that they have given all of them are equals to. So keeping that in mind, if I want to multiply and add the powers, my base is supposed to be same. So according to this, base is not same. As far as I can see, 20 can be obtained by multiplying these two. So I can multiply 5 and 4, but then I will have to um, equate that to some other variable. So what we'll do is, let's keep this 5 to the power minus p equals to 4 to the power minus q equals to 20 to the power r equals to some variable x. So that means 5 to the power minus p equals to x, 4 to the power minus q equals to x, 20 to the power r equals to x. So let's understand a little bit of concept here, why we are writing and what we are writing. So now I'll take each one at a time. 5 to the power minus p equals to x. My intention is to make the base same, 20. So by looking at the question, I can see that if I take this separate and if I multiply 5 and 4, I get 20, but I need to work towards it, so that I cannot just multiply these two, because 5 multiplied by 4 I cannot multiply because base is not same. I can't apply any of those laws. So let's understand a little bit of concept here. You know that x square equals to 7, then x value will be equals to square root of 7. That's one thing you need to remember. Square root of x can be written as x to the power 1 by 2. If nothing is there, it is 2 here. Similarly, fifth root of x is written as x to the power 1 by 5. Similarly, pth root of x is written as x to the power 1 by p. Understand these ones, then we'll come back to that. So now if I come back here, 5 to the power minus p, there is minus p. We don't want to deal with negative, so what I'll do is I'll make it as positive by writing reciprocal 5 to the power plus p. We know that is by law a to the power minus 1 equals to 1 divided by a, or 5 to the power minus 3 equals to 1 divided by 5 to the power plus 3. Reciprocal, and if it goes up backwards, you get minus again. So that is 5 to the power 3 p equals to x. 1 to the power 2, 1 to the power 3, 1 to the power p, all is actually going to give me 1 itself. So what I'm going to do is 1 divided by p whole to the power p. I'm just going to write it as whole to the power p equals to x. If you remember this, that's what it looks like. Instead of 2, I have p. So let's say if I had x to the power p equals to 7, this would have been x equals to pth root of 7, then x will be equals to 7 to the power 1 by p, exactly following this concept. So if I do that, this is actually going to be 1 by 5 equals to pth root of x. Actually you don't need to write at least these steps, but that is for your understanding. So now 1 by 5 will be equals to x to the power 1 by p. That's my first thing. If I do the same thing similarly for 4 to the power minus q, what is going to happen? Again, because all of them are equals to x, it's going to be 1 divided by 4 equals to x to the power 1 divided by q. That will be my second equation. Let's put it as second. That is the first one, right? So we got 2. 20 to the power r. Remember here what we did, 5 to the power minus p, we wrote it as reciprocal so that we can get positive. But 20 to the power minus r, it's already power is positive, so I don't have to take reciprocal. So if I usually take 20 to the power r equals to x, that will be 20 equals to rth power x, which is equals to x to the power 1 by r. Remember that I didn't take reciprocal because there is no negative value. So that will be 20 equals to x to the power 1 by r. We will put this as 3. See, as of now, until now, I hope you understood exactly how I have written this, because sometimes what happens is I have seen straight away, so someone said I just have to write it as x to the power 1 by p. Why? You don't know. So understand this concept, what I have written here on the right hand side is actually based on that. So let's scroll this a little bit up and continue this. So now I need a little bit down because I need those 1 2 3. So now I can see 1 and 2. Remember I had mentioned that we need to multiply. Let's multiply now, because as far as I can see on the left hand side, it's only numbers, fractions in this case. So 1 by 5, I need to write a statement here, multiply 1 and 2. Multiply left hand side, multiply right hand side. 1 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 4, that is LHS, and x to the power 1 by p multiplied by x to the power 1 by q. Now it all makes sense, because I can see a to the power m into a to the power n, base is same, I can apply the law. Here on the left hand side, just fraction, it's going to be 1 by 20 equals to x to the power 1 by p plus 1 by q. That's following the law. What I'll do is, intentionally I'm going to put this bracket. You'll get to know why I put that. If you look at my third question, I have only 20. I don't have a reciprocal of 20. But as far as here, it's reciprocal of 20. So what we need 20 equals to. Then only I can compare the equation what I'm going to get with the third equation. So take the reciprocal here. So if I take reciprocal, this will be 20. And this will be 1 divided by x to the power 1 by p plus 1 by q. Now if you look at this, if x to the power 1 by p 1 by q, if I take x to the power 1 by p plus 1 by q as some other variable, x to the power let's say d, that is, now it looks like 1 divided by x to the power d. If I take it up, remember here, that's what we did, reverse, that will become x to the power minus d. So let's scroll down a little bit, right? Okay, now this is actually going to 20 equals to x to the power minus of 1 by p plus 1 by q. I'm going to put, that's the reason I had put bracket. If you are not going to introduce the bracket there, signs of all the terms will change. You have to keep in mind. The reason behind that is, whenever negative you encounter negative, you have to be very careful with that. Here if I take out, it will be minus 1 by p minus 1 by q. That's the reason I have put that bracket. So now I can see that if I take this as 4, by looking at 3, third equation was 20 equals to, what was that, x to the power 1 by r. That was my third equation. By looking at third and fourth, I can see LHS is equals to LHS, so that means RHS and RHS I should be able to equate. Comparing 3 and 4, LHS is equals to LHS, so that means RHS I can equate, x to the power minus 1 by p plus 1 by q in the bracket equals to x to the power 1 by r. So what do we know? Other way of finding the value of certain variables. Let me just give you an example. X to the power, no, not x to the power, so what we'll do is 2 to the power x equals to 2 to the power 9. If both the sides only single term and the base is same, I can equate powers, x equals to 9, and find any other values. But this is the one condition you need to remember. Sometimes I have seen that some of them they cancel 2 and 2, they don't get cancelled. The reason is that because it's not any cross multiplication or division. So base is same, one term on each side, then I can actually equate the powers, x equals to 9. So base is same, I can equate minus of 1 by p plus 1 by q equals to 1 by r. So understand that, very important. Now next, even if I open this, this will be, I'll just let me open the bracket so that you don't get confused. 1 by p, 1 by minus 1 by q equals to 1 by r. And if I take it on the other side, that will be, if I take both of them on the other side, this will be 0 here, that will be 1 by r, that will become transposing 1 plus 1 by p transposing 1 by q. This is what they had asked. I can rearrange these ones, 1 by p plus 1 by q plus 1 by r equals to 0. Keep this in mind. It's very important. So I hope you actually understood. Go through this video again and again, understand exactly why we are taking that power rather than just memorizing that particular step. So I hope you understood, and then please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you next time. If you happen to enjoy this video, please take a moment to hit a like and subscribe. Also turn on notifications.